What's up, everyone? Jeremy here from my personal channel, the Jeremy Hambley channel. I hope you'll leave a like on the video, and I hope that you'll subscribe. This is my kind of, I cover whatever I want. I can be a little more uncensored, even though some people are mad that I don't curse on this channel. But the fact of the matter is I don't really curse in real life, so me like putting in a bunch of curse words would be unnatural. You may hear one though. Think of it as a little Easter egg. But 52 arrests, 10 of which were for attacking women. Not enough, as a 53rd or 52nd arrest just took place. I've got multiple examples of this. We don't have to live like this. Democrat-run cities keep their citizens in a perpetual state of fear, a perpetual state of terror. Why? So that they can control them. This story is going to blow your mind. By the way, huge shout out everyone. Just reloaded our website, coffeebrandcoffee.com. It'll be linked in the description. Even if you don't drink coffee, an amazing gift you can bring to Thanksgiving or have at Thanksgiving is bring some coffee with you. Not only will people be very, very happy, because people always forget this, but you'll help people get hooked on my coffee, which I would really appreciate. We've got our bourbon flavor in stock. If I was going to bring something to Thanksgiving, spiked jack-o'-lantern, strawberries and cream, blueberry cobbler, butterscotch coffee, but we also have our dark roast and our silky ultra dark roast. They're good. We just sold out of vanilla sugar cookie. More should be in stock probably by Monday, but our maple cream will be perfect for Thanksgiving. Our apple strudel. We've got a ton of great options. And you're supporting the channel. Each bag of coffee we make about $1, and it adds up. So hopefully you guys will check it out. Daniel Craig, who has been arrested a mind-bogglingly 51 times, was just arrested again. This is arrest number 52 for attacking a woman in Charlotte, North Carolina, and he was released from jail immediately. Here are what appears to be 28 different mugshots at least. This is Dontavian Darnell Craig. He got a $500 bond. By the way, 51 arrests at 36 years old. That's actually pretty impressive. That's 3 times a year since you've been 18, roughly. Charges of false imprisonment, strangulation, and attacking a female. $500 bond. $500. Also points out, I want to make something very clear. Dontavian Craig has been arrested at least 10 of those at times of 51 for attacking a woman. Now, I don't believe that we should have escalators in our criminal justice system. If you attack somebody, it shouldn't matter more or less if they're a woman, but apparently it does. In 10 of these 51 prior arrests, he attacked a woman. At least 3 of those cases, he strangled them and kidnapped them. Why on earth are we letting this man out on the streets? This is, again, the 52nd arrest. Of course, people point out they don't care about citizens. They want pure chaos in the streets to scare folks into giving up their freedoms for security. I 100% believe that. When I first started covering this, I assumed it was rare, but it's a horrifying event. Now I understand the truth. It's not rare, and it's far more horrifying than I ever could have imagined. Violent attackers are being let out on the streets of North Carolina every single day. Well, this is just every major Democrat-run city. I mean, it wasn't that long ago. We could talk about this individual had 14 prior arrests and then took the life of a Ukrainian refugee on a plane or on a train. DeCarlos Brown Jr., we remember, 14 prior arrests. Many of were for attacking people. He took the life of a 23-year-old on August 22nd, but he was arrested 14 times previously for felony larceny, robbery with a dangerous weapon, assault, shoplifting, making threats, and all sorts of stuff like that. Now, why does this individual have to, it always takes, finally he took the life of somebody and the internet was mad. And so he finally got put away on no bond, but he'll be out again, by the way. How about this story from literally 2 days ago?
Breaking news at 5. We are learning a repeat offender is behind bars after authorities say he broke into an elderly woman's home in Grove Hill and attacked her.
This is a case that has sparked a community petition.
Repeat offender.
And it could trigger Alabama's Aniah's Law.
Our Shelby Myers joining us now in the studio.
Shelby, what can you tell us?
Well, Anise and Cameron, this has a lot of people living in Grove Hill really upset. And as you mentioned, there is a petition with more than 1,500 signatures calling for Brandon Pugh to remain behind bars. Because as I'm finding out, this isn't his first serious offense.
Okay, how many
times? He is
times?
now facing burglary first and elder abuse charges. Clark County District Attorney Stephen Winters tells me the 75-year-old victim lives in downtown Grove Hill, not far from the high school. Winters says Pugh kicked in the woman's door early Sunday morning and attacked her while she was asleep. Winters says the woman told police she was able to escape and run to a neighbor's home to call for help.
At 80.
While the man was trying to undress in her home.
What?
Winter says Pugh is known to law enforcement.
Of course he was.
He's been convicted of indecent exposure 3 times. He's also pled guilty to burglary in 2019, where according to court documents, he committed a similar crime, breaking into a woman's home with the intent to commit theft and sexual assault.
Oh, okay. Well, again, if you commit a crime once, okay, should you get life imprisonment? No. But how many times, well, I guess it depends what that crime is, but how many times are we going to have to go through this? How about a murder suspect, this was just last week, had 40 previous arrests before, again, of course, taking the life of a hotel guest. Why wouldn't we have this? 40 arrests, yeah, well, let's just keep putting them out on the street. Over and over and over and over and over again. Why? I don't know. Again, North Carolina took the life of a 51-year-old man who had been arrested, has been arrested over 40 times previously at 32 years old. At 32, so between 18, now this video starts playing. At 32 years old, you have 40 arrests. Let's just say they started at, 18. All right. That's 14 years, 40 arrests. That's an average of 3+ arrests every year, or an arrest every 4 months. Every 4 months, this guy's getting arrested, back out on the streets, no problem. Now he killed somebody. And again, when are we going to start holding the actual judges and district attorneys liable in these cases? I feel like we should be doing that. I feel like we should be, because we need to have these people, 40, and now somebody's dead, right? Over $100 backpack, a backpack with $100 stuff in it. He killed a man. But he had been arrested 41 previous times. This is, I don't really know how else you can. We have, Mark Harris, Representative Mark Harris, 51 arrests, 51 chances, and still the system keeps opening the door. Dontavian Craig was arrested again for attacking a female, was released again from custody today. I'm sorry, is there some sort of special math or special, tool that we can use here to determine if somebody who's been arrested an average of 4 times a year their entire adult life, that maybe they're going to be arrested again? I would go ahead and, I'm not very smart, but I'm going to go ahead and say that this person will probably be arrested again in under 4 months. That's based on, their entire adult life shaking out that way. So I feel pretty safe in my bet. If there was a poly market open for if this guy was going to get arrested again in the next 4 months, I would be putting all my money on yes. The system wants all of us living in fear. They want these animals, these repeat offenders. I think just about any federal crime or any felony charges should have a 3-strike penalty. 3 strikes, 20 years in prison. I don't want to hear we don't have the room in the prisons, build more prisons. I don't want to hear, so many brown people are in prison. You know what? Brown people, stop breaking the law. Like, we need to cut through all this absolute nonsense and just get after it. Like, we don't have to live like this, and people need to start holding our elected officials accountable, and the judges and district attorneys as well. At least that's just my opinion. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you head on over to coffeebrandcoffee.com. Link will be in the description below. Stock up for Thanksgiving. Pick yourself up a hosting gift. Show up with the gift of coffee. We have K-Cups too, and you will be an absolute hero. I can promise you that. And we'll talk to you again real soon.